Alright, so trade recap of today. Well, I took one trade last night. I was in a trade for like so long that it's pissing me off, but yeah, we banged on it. So one trade right now, and then the trade last night. Today's trade was simple. I low-key missed one. Like I missed the setup that I was looking for, or that I was like the first idea that I had. But it is what it is. Okay. So we have this 1 minute inversion here, and then we have this 15-minute range here on Nasdaq. Okay, I mean, yes, we had this whole 5 minute here. 15 minutes is cooked on yes, but we had that whole 5 minute range. And my idea was some sort of short because we still have data lot. This lot, I still think this ends up getting targeted. Nasdaq already took it, but I think, well, I would presume that this data low still gets it because it is a data low. Not that there is no target to the upside in the sense of no main John liquidity like that needs to be met because we already hit the new week opening gap. Also, we could hit this high, we could keep going higher to all-time high again, but there's no like real draw. Like this whole time, I knew it was gonna come up here and hit this new week opening gap. Since literally yesterday, I was like, bruh, I could have caught a short. I mean, along here, and it literally would have hit. But that's cooked. Literally this whole time, I knew it was gonna hit. Like the whole day yesterday was cooked for me. I was like, I need to get in the trade, isn't it? Which is cooked. But I was like, no, I went to church and yada. But yeah, so my trade idea was I would say to see some sort of short because we have the low here. Whether we target that or not, it is what it is. And I took this on the TPT one. So my idea for the TPT one is either I'm gonna enter the normal size and then the full like not full port, not full, it full runs to my draw or my TP, or I just take a 1-to-1. Cause 1 to 2. I mean my 1 to 2 on ES gets hit. Obviously, this ends up burning 1,300, so I would have been up 1,300. I would have made technically what almost $30,000 in one day. Crazy. But I would say two different accounts. But no, I just took my 1-to-1. I was like, yeah, I need to get it because I would say I don't want to end up being 500 and then it goes up in drawdown. Yeah. So I think if I keep doing 1-to-1s at least for right now, I think I'm just gonna enter heavier size. Because right now I enter two, so basically I for $650 I made 700. I made like almost 800. So yeah, so it just took a 1-to-1 or 1.1 on that one. The idea was a 1 minute inversion, targeting internal 5 minute, 15 minute draw. I mean, the 15 minute on Nasdaq was better, but the idea was there on the 5 minute, just right here. And obviously, the main draw liquidity is towards that. Excuse me, is towards data low, which is this wick right here. But obviously, whether this one gets met or not, I'm not gonna be in it. I mean, if I was in the lucid one, maybe I would have like left it a little longer, but I'm done. I already made my money, so I'm not gonna overtrade. I should have taken this one too as well, the lucid one, but I was I wasn't. Nah, my goal was just to take a trade on this one, so it is what it is. And then I forgot about the other EVO I have on it, so I freaking missed on that one. But yeah, it is. As long as I made actual like money towards the progress, but yeah. So that 1 minute inversion, targeting internal 5 minute, 15 minute range. I entered a bit lower right here. I was gonna enter straight off with inversion, but I was like, yeah, no, let me get a little pullback. If you could get a pullback, a little tiny pullback, so I could like at least get a better R. Like I was trying to enter here, but I was going to my computer. Then the 5 second delay on here, so yeah. I entered right there and then stop at the body because I was like, this is already the wick high. I'm not gonna risk $1,000. I'm like, nah, but at that point, even if it were to go like $200, I was already trying to go break even, but I didn't go break even because it ends up just going my way. But yeah, so 1-to-1, and then yes, Maxwell TP. That was my advice, and I was just explaining on here. Okay, because Nasdaq has this like nice 15 minute here that we're already targeting into. We basically end up sweeping the internal liquidity, having this data low right here. I think it is, or is it this one? Yeah, this one right here. We end up already taking on Nasdaq, so we end up rebalancing it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for some sort of short in here, or ideally if I want to get one. And this is 1 minute here. I was gonna enter off of this, but I was like, this is like this. We just look like we have volume, and I don't want to risk it on the TPT one. Cause I'm like, even if it goes $300 in Jotun and comes back up, I'm already down. Like, I need something with volume. Like, and I need a volume to. But I was ends up freaking playing out, and I would have made $1,000. Obviously, I would have let it more. This freaking ends up running almost. This literally runs $4 grand. But I wouldn't have left it that long. Or maybe if I would have seen like hella volume, yeah, I would have freaking just. I mean, if it would have hit right here, if it would have like blasted through this 100 point right here, then yeah, I would have just left my TP here. I would, to be honest, still be in this trade. I would just have my trailing Jotun right here. I would be up like $4 grand. Yeah, like around like $4 grand. I just leave my trailing right there, and then at least on the TPT one, African, that doesn't melt. I mean, also on the listed one too. If I was enter on all of them, but it is what it is. I will find another day. I mean, at least I will look at 2300 world. But yeah, so the idea was Nasdaq ends up rebalancing into the 15-minute range. ES doesn't have it. ES is freaking chop. But obviously, still have that 5-minute range below, and then we still have that data low below. So that was like my narrative, my draw. And then ES is already in this internal range. We end up sweeping this internal high here, and then we leave this high up here. But I was like, it is what it is. And I was like projecting off with this 1 minute right here, and then obviously ES has this perfect like 1 minute. I was like, okay, it's like if this, then that, and that, and this, and obviously putting my narrative. And my deal was okay. This 1 minute gets 10% with volume and yada yada yada. It's a pretty good setup. And as soon as I'm like looking back at it, boom, just so you get a freaking what, a 6 point ES candle, and then yeah, that ends up flipping. So I'm waiting for some sort of like retracement, and then yeah, it just got filled on like this candle here. Yeah, took so like it's somewhere around here. And yeah, this got dumped. And I was like, gotta make like $1,000. Then that would have been like halfway already. The buffer would have been nice. But yeah, so that was today's trade recap. I mean, it was a simple trade again. It wasn't something like, oh my gosh, man. Like, walaikum salam. Oh, bro. And then this one that took me so long, bro. Pissing me off. Oh, let me start up for a minute. Alright, so my idea was this one because we're always so close to the week opening gap, and then we have this like normally. I mean, I've heard people use the term like when they say like wick theory, but obviously I don't even know what it's called. But what I've noticed with it is that it works and it's a good draw. When we have candles like with the fat wick, normally we do target that, and I've seen it so many times. So I'm like, it's a good draw. We're in the week opening gap, and we have this good wick up here, and then we have a good entry down here. So all it literally was is a retracement into this 15-minute range here. I think it was a 30-minute as well, or micro 31. And yeah, but the main draw was also a 15-minute retracement, 5-minute retracement into the small range, and then the version back to the upside, which was the 4-minute here, entry like right here, and then stop at 25. So I made a 1 or 2, or 1 to 2.5 or 4, so somewhere around there. And yeah, it almost stretched these people. It just chops, dude, for like an hour. It was so close to stop me out. My trailing stop was like right here, like literally like right here, like on this line. It was like right here. Well, a bit lower. It was like somewhere like right here. I was like, bro, just let me out of this. But nah, somehow we get the reversal of doom. Like, doom. Yeah, smacks full TP for 1200. This one I didn't take on TPT. I literally would have blown the candle here. I literally would have blown it. Because this goes like 1,000 and then goes back down like, oh no, I wouldn't have blown it. I would have been close. I would have been like 500 and like, or like 700 and Chara. Technically, because this goes up 5 and then comes back down 5. So somewhere around there. But yeah, I just didn't take it on the camera. Like, yeah, no. I need volume. I don't even trade ES. I mean, not ES. I mean, well, yeah, but Asia session. I mean, I have been this week and last week. Well, last week because from passing the cancer, and this week I was like, yeah, let me trade. But I'm gonna stay away because of this when it's chopped. But I mean, yesterday was freaking crazy. The Asia session yesterday, like, I was looking at it like, dude, I could have got so many like setups on it, or like my deal. I'm like, bruh, but it was just cooked. But yeah, that was a okay. 15-minute, 5-minute retracement, internal 4-minute, targeting 2.4, 2.5 ish, and yeah, break even 1 to 1. Yeah, hits full GP targeting this week, and then the new week opening gap. Well, it's this whole gap, but that's already been filled, so I just mark out whatever's relative. And then ES had it too, but ES already fills the whole thing. Yeah. But see, the narrative for this, like this. This ideally is gonna short all it on her to this data though. It's gonna leave it as a draw. And look at freaking Nasdaq. Oh my gosh, bro. On the TPT account, she should have been up what, almost $6,000. How much is that? 4,800. I was looking at 5 bands right here. Oh my gosh. Imagine being 10K day on it. I mean, I thought I'd have to freaking like dump all that in it. All it is walaikum salam. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna keep dumping for the rest of the day. I'm gonna at least see yes should dump towards this slow. Or even this low, they might do some sort of reaction, but the child's gonna be this data low. Because it's still awake and there's nothing that's taking it. And I mean, with data session setups, I have like a 98% on it. Well, according to when I back this setup, but yeah. I mean, not 98%, like somewhere, I would say somewhere like in the 90. Or put it at the low, like 85. But like, I hardly ever lose like the setups that target data low. It's either I get break even on them or I normally win them. Like, it's hard to ever lose them. Because the draws, like, again, just target the data wick. That's it. Like, regardless of, you just have to get the perfect entry. That's it. Like, this is literally the perfect entry on ES. This is the ideal entry. It's either somebody trades some sort of volume profile and look at Beast card or whatever. And then, yeah, they just top tick, like, oh, yeah, bro, bang. And then, yeah, they're the freaking goat. But I don't do none of that. Well, I don't, I don't like that. This is already enough for me. Like, yeah, I get this. Cause then I'm like, where do you put your stuff? Just, I mean, at a certain level, I guess. But, whatever. Yeah, but this shit hit this data. Freaking nasty, bro. Imagínate. ¿Cómo te llamas? But yeah, so we're up, what, technically 7, 8, 9. So we're up like $2,000. I need 700 on this account, and then I need 1,200 on the other account for the buffer. And then it's okay from there. But yeah, so that's true to get for today.